I did a baking course about 6-7 years ago now. And that was just using all traditional ingredients, like butter and eggs, like all the usual stuff. But then during that, I turned vegan myself, just for like ethical reasons and health, and just felt like it was the right thing to do at the time. So I wanted to do something. I wanted to make all the stuff that I'd missed eating, basically. So because you couldn't have nice croissants or pastries anymore, I wanted to be like fill in the gap. The main focus is the products. They just happen to be plant-based. Is that where you're not like putting off non-vegans? I think sometimes people who aren't vegan will see something's vegan and they'll just automatically think, oh, it's not as good. It's like a lesser version of the real thing. But I feel like we get a lot of non-vegans enjoying the products as well. The name Lovely Rita's Bakehouse is actually named after my grandma, who's no longer with us, but I thought it'd be a nice tribute because she was the first person to sort of show me baking, back in the day. I remember making little butterfly cakes and all the nothing like what we make, but still just like the first little spark of interest in like baking and stuff. So we set the actual bakery up almost 2 years to the day actually. I think our first market stall we did was April 2022, so it's about 2 years ago. We all just gutted it together and just cleaned it all out. I was doing that while I was I used to work for Forge Bakehouse, which is another Sheffield bakery. So I was still working there, and then in the evenings after work I'd come down here and do a bit of painting, a bit of sweeping and all that sort of thing. Probably one of the biggest sellers, the pistachio croissant. It's made with a pistachio praline, so you just take roasted pistachios, essentially almost like pistachio butter, you blitz them up until they turn into a paste. These are just the most simple things we do really. It's just a sweet bun dough with a cinnamon sugar rolled through it, and then just topped with a simple icing. It's just the cheap and cheerful option, the cinnamon bun. There's something a bit nostalgic about just simple white icing. It's more just seeing the finished products and knowing that people really enjoy what you do, and just always wanting to make a nicer thing. There's a bit of a drive to always want to try and tweak it and make it even better. I'm more of a baker first, so I've never run a business before. So all the organisational stuff and the admin side, all that is the stuff I'm sort of learning as I go. Eventually when we expand, I'll get in, help with management. In September, I brought on Courtney, a friend of mine, who's Puck and Pollen. So the shop is a collaboration where Courtney is the coffee side. She makes all the coffee and it's her coffee menu. And then all the food side and pastry side is all our pastries. So it's, it was just a good way of both of us getting going in a retail space. It's a very small but good little team. And we're looking to expand this year. By the end of this year, I imagine we'll have a couple more people working in here, either in the bakery or in the shop.